Best resources for the SAT prep. Hi there, my name is Maria Gurieva. I'm the founder of StudyAmerica, and we help international students from all over the world get accepted to top US universities. In this video, let's talk about the SAT resources that can help you prepare for the exam at home by yourself. Let's go. First of all, let's talk about the textbooks. And the number one textbook that I suggest for your own preparation is the Barron's textbook. I love Barron's because Barron's helps you to learn all the techniques, all the tactics, all the tricks to use in every question type, and basically prepares you by yourself to pass that exam. If, for example, you use the official guide by the College Board, then they don't have as many tactics and techniques. They are preparing you officially. But the Barron's is very good about how to kind of cheat on the exam, but in a good way. So how to use the techniques and tactics that can help you to be smarter than the exam creators. So the Barron's textbook is the number one I suggest to start with, because you can learn everything you need to know for all question types. You also, of course, learn all the material, all the math material, everything you need to know, but also tactics and techniques. And this way you know how exactly to pass the test. So also Barron's is very good in the way how they explain things. It's easy to read and it's easy to learn. The one problem with the Barron's textbook is that in the Barron's textbook, when you learn a tactic or a technique, then you have exercises that work perfectly with this tactic. And one of the things that I don't really like about Barron's is that it's pretty easy. So everything works in the exercises, but then you go to the real exam, and in the real exam you find that the real tests are a little bit harder because not everything works so perfectly as it was in the Barron's textbook. So I suggest that you start with Barron's so that you know the material, you know all the techniques and the entire theory, but then for the practice, of course, you need a little bit more. So after you're done with Barron's and you went through all the exercises and all the practice tests, it's important to start using the harder textbooks, and the one that I suggest for that is the Kaplan textbook. The Kaplan textbook is not as convenient as the Barron's textbooks in terms of learning the theory, tactics, and techniques. It's a little bit harder, but at the same time, they have great practice tests and great exercises, which are somewhat even harder than the actual exam. So after you're done with practicing on the Kaplan textbook, then you come to the real exam, and it seems pretty easy because it seems easier than what was in the Kaplan textbook. So I suggest this order. First start with Barron's and then go to Kaplan to hone your skills. Afterwards, if you lack practice, I suggest the official guide. The official guide by the College Board is a textbook produced by the test makers, but basically it only has practice tests, so you can really practice on the actual test that were at some point on the actual exam. So if Barron's is a little bit weaker than the actual exam and Kaplan is a little bit harder than the actual exam, this is the exact formula of the right exam. So in the College Board textbook, you can go through all the exams, all the tests, all the practice tests, and then you have the idea of what it will be on the exam. So this is a great resource for continuing practicing and to get the idea of what score you might get on the exam. Besides, if you still lack some practice and you want to study even more and practice even more, you can go through other textbooks like Princeton Review, for example. And there are some other textbooks that you also can use, but I suggest them in the fourth place. So first start with Barron's, second continue with the Kaplan textbook, then switch to the College Board textbook, and then you can go through all the others. Also, besides textbooks, there are other resources that might be very helpful for you. One of them is the College Board resources, and they don't only have the textbooks, but they also have materials online online exercises that you can use, and they are paid ones. But one great resource that College Board produced is their partnership with Khan Academy. And Khan Academy has a lot of practice on all the sections, and it's free. So you can go and track your progress, you can do all these exercises, and a lot of students say that it was the #1 tool online for practicing and for improving their score. So definitely check out Khan Academy, or you can do it just parallelly with how you learn the Barron's textbook and Kaplan textbook. So at any point you can also go to Khan Academy and practice there as well. It's a great resource. Besides Khan Academy and College Board other resources, there are also such resources as Magoosh, and Magoosh is flashcards, and in the flashcards you can learn the vocabulary that you need for the SAT exam. You can also learn a lot of rules for the math section. So there are nice ways to learn something important for the SAT test in terms of vocabulary and math. So you can also check out Magoosh as an additional resource. So these were my favorite resources for preparation for the SAT test. I hope it was helpful, and if your goal is to apply to American universities and get accepted and also get financial aid, then definitely check out my free webinar where I talk about how to get to the best US universities and get financial aid. The link is in the description. And if you like this video, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel. There are a lot of very important videos about how to apply to US universities. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next videos. Bye bye.